Hi everybody, thank you for joining me today. So on this Friday sketch video, we're going to be using this Operation Right Home sketch. And I like using these because they have the sketches or the sizes of everything on it. So go ahead and pause here so that way you can write those down. Now I'm going to flip mine on the side. Okay, so I've already have everything pre-cut. And for my base card, the pattern paper is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And then I have a not black mat. I have a white mat because it's going on top of a black card that is cut to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And that's what I'm attaching to here. So that way it's just a little bit of a white border between the card and the card base. Now for this one, this is the piece that goes on top. They have the measurement for it at 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. So I just went 1/8 of an inch bigger for the mat, making it 3 7/8 by 4 7/8. Because a lot of times I just want a little bit of the black showing. I don't want a whole lot because I'm trying not to take up a whole lot of space. And then I'm just making sure it's going to line up and do the way I want. And once I have it figured out, I'm going to go ahead and use, like you see here, the ATG, and I use the art glitter glue. And you'll see right here, I put it down and then I realized it wasn't in the right spot. And do you see how easy that lifted up? If I had used just the ATG tape, I would have ripped the paper for sure. But because I used that wet glue, it gave me a little bit of time where I could lift that up and not damage my card. So on this piece, inside the paper pad, the 6 1/2 by 6 1/2 pad that we were using, they Kaiser Craft always has this one where it almost looks like the same pattern um, on the two halves of the page. So at 3 1/4, um, it's like 3 1/4 by 6 1/2. So I use this to create this particular piece that we're going to have our strip going through the middle and then attach the sentiment on top of that. So I'm just going to find where I want to place that on here and lay that down. And then do you see where it says love on that circle piece? That is from the 6 1/2 by 6 1/2 paper collection too. They have a couple of the different sentiments. Well, I didn't want the with love. I wanted to make it a happy birthday. So what I did was I cut with a hand punch that I have a 1 inch circle. I found a small best wishes um, stamp and I embossed it in the gold. And then all I did was put a little piece of foam tape on the back side and I'm going to attach it down. Now I did get a little bit of glue on the front here and I'm using the sand eraser from Tombow. And it does wind up creating a little bit of a it smooths it out and it takes the glue off, but it did leave a little bit of a distinction. So I already knew I was going to have to put a drop there to kind of camouflage it. So I'm going to leave that alone and then go ahead and get this attached to the card base. And then we're going to attach it here. And that particular banner piece, I did cut using a punch. I have another card that I did, and I tried to do it by hand. The little banner piece up in the top right. You could do it either way. If you have a punch and you want to use it, if you're want it to look more even, then that's what I would do. And then trying to keep it as um, probably I guess I don't know if the word would be centered, but I did 9 dots on this one on the center of the flower, and then for this card, I'm just gonna do 3 dots right here up above the message. So you can do it as simple as just the 3 dots, or you can make it more flourished with doing more. It's up to you. You could do 5, you could do I like doing the odd numbers. I know some people don't care. If you want to do even, then do even if you like it. It doesn't matter. It's all about, what you're creating and that the people who receive it will just feel your joy out of creating it. All right. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and share button. And I will have links to all my different social media outlets. You can feel free to click on there and follow me on Facebook or Instagram. I also have I have a blog, but I'm not a good blogger, and I tend to like forget about it. But you can still sign up because you never know when something might pop up. All right, you guys. At the end here, I am gonna have links to previous Friday sketches, and thank you guys again, and I hope you have a great weekend.